Last week, I met with Chief John and of the police force and Chief Prosecutor Mr. Tom Mann, and we discussed the acute situation at the prisons and events surrounding it. At that discussion, it was decided that immediate action was needed and certain plans were put in place, also in connection with ongoing investigations. While I cannot elaborate on those plans and actions, I can say that the recent search at the prison was one of those actions. By finding the weapon, which has long been rumored to be in the prison, another potential major disaster has been averted. And actions will continue, and everything possible will be done to make the situation at the prison safe for the inmates and the workers working there and the community at large. I would like to congratulate Chief John and Chief Prosecutor Mann for a job well done, and thank all of those who participated and assisted, such as the Marines, the Justice K-9 unit, and the prison officers for their job well done. Another event was the armed robbery. And there we see, while I again cannot say much on that topic, but due to the cooperation with the public and a prompt response and quick action from the police, a number of robbers were apprehended. The police would take the lead in releasing information on this case, as it is an active, ongoing investigation. So I would suffice by just giving that information, but it was important to note that public involvement and quick action by the police led to the results of these culprits being apprehended. I also met, I believe yesterday, with the Progress Committee, and the Progress Committee is the organization, is the team that was put together to evaluate the progress on the plans of approach. And as you know, there are still two plans of approach that are not finalized, which is the KPSM, the police, and the prison. And we had very good discussions and, on that, the status of events and what is being done to make sure that the things that are necessary are done. I said from the very beginning that especially the prison has high priority. Unfortunately, with some of the things I cannot go much into details, but can rest assured that together with law enforcement, we have been from day one very active, very busy working on the situation with the prison. This was also discussed with the Progress Committee, the situation at the prison, and also was discussed the appointment of a St. Martin representative on the committee. Since my colleague, Minister Gibson, who was a member on that committee, became minister, St. Martin was had no longer a representative on that committee, which is not a good situation. So within a week or two, I'm sure that someone would be appointed on the committee representing St. Martin. Just a brief note from the Ministry of TIAT. Later today, I will be meeting with SG Miguel de Weaver and Mr. Halley, the head of the Civil Aviation. And the purpose of that meeting would be to discuss the situation surrounding Insulair. The situation surrounding Insulair is having an impact on us here, and we need to assess exactly what that impact is, and if we need to take some measures, some alternative measures. I remember a few weeks ago in attending the meeting in Aruba, I had to fly via the Dominican Republic with power here, yeah, and some members of my delegation had to go via Miami, and they left early in the morning and reach Aruba in the midnight. It's having its effect on air travel between the islands, so we need to look into the situation and see if there's anything need to be done from our side, anything can be done from our side, so that we can alleviate the
I going.
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 I going. I going.
I going.
I going. I going.
With the right.
Are you going? Friday, April 28th, Carnival Village.
Life is a journey full of connections. You're in safe hands, even when life starts too soon. You don't have to miss a single beat. When a bad hair day makes you sad, just sharing can bring you joy and more to come. They take the plunge, turn fear into faith, while you capture those beautiful moments. In the game of life, it's family that counts. They'll be there even when you lose. We all have our moments of reflection and hope. And when you feel you're losing everything in life, we're there, because there's more to come. When life starts too soon, you don't have to miss a single beat. We're here to connect you and share life. Telcel, when you want more.
Yes, it's the first Calypso 10 taking place on February 21st, 2017 at the Carnival Village in Gallows Bay, Marigot. Come out and hear 10 Calypsonians performing for you. King Bobo, Ricky the Fox, Lady Righteous, Ebony Empress, Shira, Baker Jr., Dr. Ray, Pepper, Chipman, and the reigning Calypso monarch, Shakia. It all takes place at the Carnival Village in Gallows Bay, Marigot, starting at 8 p.m. The entrance fee is only $10 or €10. Come out and support your local Calypsonians in the first Calypso 10. It takes place on February 21st, 2017. You better be there, because I thought you'd be mistaken me.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guineas real easy. Island Finance. For education, a renovation. That's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance.
Madam Chair, I'm going to be very brief. I think I was very clear in the first round that this is something that has now spin a little bit out of control. I think the appointment of the quartermaster, while yes, it was a part of the agreement, the timing it came was very off, obviously, as you two mentioned. And I think that it is time that we not only, like I said the last time, deal with this issue, but also try get this complete law thrown out and we start over, because nothing's wrong with the integrity chamber, if as an upstanding country, but not in the way that they are doing it. And I think, like as my colleague just mentioned, if we as a people can take pride and we as elected officials can find ways to deal with situations as such as they arise, I think we can keep ourselves accountable. In addition to that, I would like to, for whichever direction it comes, I signed a petition the other day as it pertains to a referendum. At this point, I think that is what we should be gearing towards, and I would like to encourage the community to, as well, to jump on board where such is concerned, so that we can start to declare ourselves and seek a way forward for ourselves, because obviously we are not going forward, we are going backward. And at the same time, I will say that we elected officials also have to be accountable for our actions and take responsibility and make sure that we do lead in a way that the country and the people of this country can grow. So like I said, I won't be long. I am going to look forward to see what's going to come about. Hopefully it is that we are going to get rid of this law completely, because today it will be the quartermaster. Next week is going to be, or next month it's going to be something else in the details that we missed again. And again, something was put forward by the faction leader at the time with the changes, which we were told, we can always change it, and that turned to something else. So let us deal with it once and for all.
I quote from a document I printed from online, and it states, "As a small state buffeted by forces outside its own making, the Netherlands has championed international law as a means of enhancing both internal stability and international order." As a small state buffeted, Madam Chair, this is how I feel as a Member of Parliament, as a representative of the people of St. Martin, as if I'm being buffeted. And therefore, Madam Chair, it means also that the people of St. Martin who elected us are also being buffeted. Madam Chair, my colleague before me explained exactly what has happened to the protocol, and it is something that we have to deal with, or else we'll find ourselves continuously dancing around this issue. The Ombudsman was quite clear after studying the ordinance that was presented with regards to integrity chamber, that it was in contravention of several articles in our Constitution. Now, Madam Chair, we know for a fact that the Dutch don't intend to have a constitutional court, because it would mean that the same process to which we are adhering to with regards to having to have our law as a parliament, the highest legislative body approved by Parliament, can still be tested by the Ombudsman in regards to what the Constitution says about people of St. Martin. And as I stated before, the Ombudsman, after going through the ordinance that was made up of the Integrity Chamber, based on her findings, sent it to the Constitutional Court of St. Martin. And, Madam Chair, I'm sure that those who did not see the round one of this meeting. My colleague before me mentioned a few things, and one of the important ones, Madam Chair, is the issue of the rights of the citizen.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 Fun Mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of Fun Miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free Fun Miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Fun miles, from within your reach.
I going.
I going.
I going.
I going.
I going.
I going.
I going. I going. I going. I going.
I going.
I going. I going.
With the right.
Are you going? Friday, April 28th, Carnival Village.
Would know that an assignment agreement was signed, on Monday to finalize the agreement to get the works moving at the Leonard Connor School, the critical upgrade, which we've been speaking about for quite some time. So the company that won the contract, the Hemco NV, Mr. Henry Frederick signed an agreement, the assignment agreement with me, as well as Mr. Kenrick Chittick, CEO of GEBE, in terms of the financial agreement to cover the finances for this upgrade, which is slated to begin as soon as the first transfer is made. I would like to thank, once again, the parents, students, management, and staff of the Leonard Connor School for their continued support. The end is near. Hopefully, we can see it coming. The contractor has promised 4 weeks, an accelerated program. We had initially told them 4 to 6 weeks once we commenced, but the contract clearly states 4 weeks, and so we're holding Hemco NV to that. We thank GEBE for their good corporate citizenship in providing the support needed to be able to carry out this upgrade as quickly as possible. Some of the other issues that have been mentioned by the management and staff at the Charles Leopold Bell School, where the Cycle 1 and the management is housed, have been addressed, some of them. I personally took a walkthrough yesterday with New Works department head as well as the contractor to ascertain what needed to be done, and was assured that within 2 weeks that everything would be finalized that had to be done, including the new basketball court and covered area at that location. That court, once it is finalized, will be unveiled, of course, and will be of a great benefit for the Cold Bay community, which has been waiting for that for quite some time. To address the other issues at other schools, because I know now many will say, okay, me now. This ministry is systematically looking to prioritize, or is prioritizing, all of the challenges where maintenance is concerned, but not just maintenance, but also looking at the levels of education, accountability on all levels, and will be working hand in hand with Division Public Education and the school's management to get these done. So we're looking forward for 2017 to be the turnaround year in terms of all areas within public education. Also from the Division Education Innovations, I've been talking over the past weeks about the iStep program, The team will be hosting a meeting with all the teachers that will be participating in the iStep pilot program this Thursday, February 2nd, tomorrow, at 1:30 p.m. right here at the Government Administration Building. The meeting is aimed to provide the teachers with information on iStep, give them a formal introduction to the devices that will be utilized in the pilot project, the trainings they will need to follow, and outline the tasks and responsibilities associated with being a pilot teacher in such a pivotal program to bring IT into our classrooms. Each public school has already identified the 2 pilot teachers and a backup teacher that will participate in this pilot training. If you would recall, those of you who were in previous press briefings, that there was an initial workshop held with the management teams so that they can really push the projects within their schools. We feel that we really need all hands on deck to be able to be successful in the implementation.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
A few updates concerning especially the road network ongoing. Yes, many would know, especially coming out of the cul-de-sac basin, that the St. Peter's Road is open. It was a good job. Up to yesterday, they were still busy putting in the sidewalk and the bricks and upgrading and uplifting the whole infrastructure at that area. And I must say that they did live up to the time frame. When they told me 1 week, I said, I give you a month. So exactly within that month, the road has been completed. There's some cleaning that needs to go on still, and some little nicks and knacks they need to iron out still concerning the marking of the road, and also the connection of a few more homes, because you know the reason why the road was open for that long was to reroute the sewage network and the pipelines that was there, and it's being worked on right now. So I would like to really commend Kurt Rohan, because I think I was probably a bit harsh or hard on him to see it through and make sure that it was completed, and up to 11:30 minutes to 12 one night, we both, with the designer, with the contractor, was out and about on the road. I know Andrew Dick passed by and he saw us there and got a call from him. He's probably going to throw a question of that to me later concerning that. And yeah, you know, the whole thing was to make sure that it was done in a good manner, that the people of St. Peter's and the residents can be pleased and relieved right now concerning the traffic and the noise and the condition that that road was in. And again, it's a testament to what this government and the governing program is all about concerning sewage on St. Martin, and seeing that the residents in one particular area is connected to the sewage station, to the sewage house, that we can get under control the running water, the grey water, and the sewage water that runs on the road and that many households are facing. It is an ongoing process. We are working on it, but there's much more investment that needs to be done concerning that. And also Mount William Hill. We knew that a number of potholes also was done there, and I think Toncha Boncampo did an excellent job in our discussions when I told him I have a problem with patching
of roads. If you would notice in the past, you would see them sort of mark out the road with a white line, and they would have one mark in here, one mark in there, and it would be the same stretch of road. What you're seeing right now is a more longer distance of the road being resurfaced, which I think would last much longer, and also would be an ease on the budget when it comes to the amount that is available for road surfacing. So I'm not saying that you wouldn't see patching still happening, but you would see much more in terms of resurfacing a length of the road. And we can also look at Corralito Road. I know a lot of people call and say, well, the bumps are too high and this is to that and that is to this. The fact of the matter that that road was in deplorable condition, and the whole road now is resurfaced. Lines will be put in, and the reason for the bumps is not that they are too high, is that over time before, the bumps were too low. With a constant traffic flow, it sort of wear down after a while. So the bumps came very, very low. So that's why people are now seeing the bumps as it is, and they're saying it's too high. It's not that it's too high, it's just that the road have been resurfaced and the bumps have been put in the proper manner or the proper height that they are supposed to be. How it was before was a bit wide and not to the right height, I was told. So, but there's still much more work to be done in that area. The drain has to go in, because they started with that drain also. And when we come to Walter Nisbet Road, it's the same thing. It has been resurfaced, especially coming from the Point Blanche roundabout area up to the police station. Lines will be put in. A lot of people call and ask, what happened to the line? What happened to the zebra path? I need to have a discussion with the police department, the gentleman responsible for it, because I keep always looking at the pedestrian crossing that it have right there. When you come from around the roundabout, you have to make an abrupt stop if someone wants to cross the road, because the zebra path is right there. So I'm sort of looking in to see if it can be a little further down, so that when you, because most of the time when you come around the roundabout, you're coming with a certain speed because you have cars behind you, so you're coming with a certain speed around the roundabout, and then to make a abrupt stop right there is sort of an inconvenience for many of the drivers. So I don't know. We'll have to look at the traffic laws and the rules and see how that would work.